Alright, hey guys, how's it going? Now this reading is basically an encapsulating factor for all the zodiac wheel itself and all the signs itself and how they can work together, right? So as you can see, we're taking the positions of the four archangels in brief little kind of the outskirts of the reading. You can sort of see the selenite sticks on specific degrees that these archangels, aka the fixed stars that gave birth to all the zodiac wheels and all the actual constellations that archangels sort of gave birth to, you can sort of see how they are all represented in each section of the zodiac wheel. We have from Pisces all the way through and back around. So with these cards actually being here, you can see that on the Archangel Michael, aka Aries, Taurus through Gemini, we have the activated earth cards. So these guys are the trendsetters, the path setters. They don't fill the space, they just create it and emit the light of origin, just like Archangel Michael did. Now you can see as we move through to the Leo-Virgo cusp, not the cusp of beauty, but the cusp previously, we have the We Are the Hearthers card. So this is the mother's milk. This is the actual vibrations and feelings and bloodline that actually flows through this experience. So you can see that going on right there through Raphael, the messenger, actually showing you the mother's milk and all the nutritious things that you need in this life. And then the next side on the Antares, aka Archangel Uriel side, the one who was done dirty in the Bible and isn't even shown through in a lot of religious texts today, you see the Star Family card. So he's the one, and all these zodiac signs will be following through and sort of creating their soul family, their soul growth, their birth, right? And then as we move on over in direct opposition to where we are right now, you'll see that we have an inversion of the You're Not For Everyone card. So the Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces folk will be basically showing us and being the structure system and what we can rely on in order to feel comfortable regarding just being ourselves, existing in our soul families, recognizing that we don't exactly conjoin in certain spaces with other signs, and that we may not necessarily vibe with each other, but we can get along and actually focus on all of our own personal goals for the greater good in the shared space that we all live in right now. So as we move through two of the other archangel positions, and now that we're on the third position, which is Antares, the star family, we've emitted our light, we've sent our message, and now we are bringing our family together, you know? So with doing that, let's actually talk about the conjoining pillars behind the messages from each group of constellations, right? So we've moved through the trendsetters, activated earth, setting the ley lines. We've moved through the mother's milk, the actual vibration and message and blood flow that'll flow through each zodiac sign in that corner. Now we're on Antares, Archangel Uriel, so on and so forth, right? So starting on this card, we have the Courageous Peony card as well as the Earth School card. So you can see this is in the bottom right corner, right around the Scorpio section of the wheel. And these are the two cards below it, right? So the left-hand unaware path for this section of the zodiac wheel will be they're multifaceted. They have a unique nature, they can let themselves be seen, they have numerous skills, and they're just getting out here regardless, right? But to them, it looks like they're basically going to Earth School and learning how to utilize these soul gifts that they incarnated with that is very normal to them in the spirit realm, but not so normal to them on Earth. So they're going about trying to figure out how to package this for their Earth body, right? And they're trying to just, you know, make it seem approachable to physical people and human bodies, because at the end of the day, not everybody's seen it, not everybody's been this, so you know how that goes. Now, on the Formahalt side, aka Archangel Gabriel, the man, the myth, the legend, and the being that basically brings a bunch of pain and suffering in this life so that it's easier to move into the next and figure out those soul gifts, which is kind of shitty in this life, but it's okay in the other realms, you know how it gets down. We have the Cracked Open card and the Portal card. So in a nutshell, that basically is just the two cards that sort of reflect the message and the vibrations that that section of the zodiac wheel will be carrying all the way through into the center and bringing that to light, right? They're showing you how to be vulnerable, how to be cracked open, how to let go of your ego, to go through the portal of your spirit, your space, and your own intuitive mission and message that you've been carrying through all realms of realities and all lives. And as we move back to the Archangel Michael card, which is in the 9-degree section of Gemini, he basically has the empathy, the empathic starseed, as well as the void card, right? Because they are the light at the end of the day. So the righteous path is that all these signs from Aries all the way through Gemini, they know how to move through unknown spaces. They know how to move through the realm of all possibilities. And then through that, on the subconscious realm, they'll be feeling empathy for everyone else in the wheel, because at the end of the day, they know how to hold their vision, they know how to hold their ground, and then the Gemini side knows how to move through any situation and use their mental abilities and figure that out regardless. Now, as we move through the messenger, the Raphael, we have the big picture thinking on the left side, which is basically the side they, can't really see, and then the right side, which is the Earth card. So it's learning how to be human, learning how to be yourself but not be of this world. So learning how to be a spirit in a human body but not of this world, exactly, right? It's similar to the Earth School card, but it's more or less acting as the vibration of it. So the righteous side is these Cancers, Leos, Virgos. They'll have their own vibration on the subject, they'll have their own perspective on the subject, and then they'll know how to make sense out of it as well, which is the Virgo side, right? So this is what makes them the messenger, because they have their own feeling, their own perspective, and then they know how to make sense of things, right? So as you can see, the big picture thinking is closer to the Virgo-Leo cusp, while the Earth side is closer to the Cancer-Leo cusp. So that degrees will be doing more of that, and then the other degrees will be doing more of the other, right? But it's all for the same purpose at the end of the day. So in a nutshell, these are the core vibrations, the core message of how we can all work together, right? Alright guys, so we've made it to the final point in our rotation, and we're going to be going back in reverse, right? But so after everything that we went through in the reading so far, each message from each archangel, each point that each section of the zodiac wheel is supposed to work on, and each pillar behind each point that leads them to the main purpose of each section of the zodiac wheel. Now we're on what each zodiac sign brings to the table in the grand vision, right? So starting off with Formahalt, Archangel Gabriel, Mr. Hey, let's suffer in this life so we can enjoy spiritual prosperity in the next. Fucking Formahalt always. I mean, all the archangels can be trifling, but this one just in itself, from this perspective, is trifling. You know what I'm saying? So let's start on Pisces, right? So Pisces pulled the Whale and the Orca Elders card. I always take this as the big man on the block card. This is the card that actually shows you and knows how to be. This is just the card of experience, right? So people just look at you as someone with wisdom. And this plays out very true for Pisces, because in their process of showing people how to be vulnerable and that they're not for everyone, they are the mutable water signs, so they know how to be adaptable and changeable to different ways of feeling and adding emotions to things, right? So when someone's venting and they feel pain, they don't always want the opposition of Virgo to be making sense out of their pain, trying to figure it out. You girls know what I'm talking about when you're just trying to vent to your man and they're just sort of not listening and trying to solve it, right? In a nutshell, Pisces know this the best, because they know how to just listen and empathize with you and feel with you and try to go down to your vibrations to relate to you and sort of lift you up at the same time, right? Now, as we move over a little bit to the Aquarius side, we can see that they have the Water Your Garden card. So with them being the water bearers, they know how to construct and, cultivate certain emotions out of people. So what they can do is they know how to take time to be like, okay, this is how the world's feeling. I know they're feeling this way. So they know how to bring people their spa day, show them the, how to relax, reflect, and actually take care of themselves, in a nutshell. Now, as we move over the zodiac wheel a little bit, surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. I actually, if you actually watch the full readings, all these cards kind of correlate and are sort of main vibrations in each individual reading, and now I'm sort of realizing that, which is kind of cool how that happened. Holy shit, that's cool. But so yeah, back to Capricorn, right? I believe this is the right pillar to their purpose in life, right? Or it's their center vibration. It's something important though. Nonetheless, this is what Capricorn's supposed to bring to the table, right? If you have stability and status all your life, look at what you're actually going to bring into this life. Caring, home life. You're going to bring that vibration into reality, right? Because you already seek out and you already have the status, the stability that growing your seeds to the full potential may naturally bring you, which is why they're the highest vibration of all the zodiac signs, of all the earth signs, right? They're the final vibration of all the earth signs. Pardon me on that one. I'm about to be saying something wrong here. I don't be talking out of my ass. So with that being the case, these people will be bringing sweetness back into life because they have the ground, they have that sense of stability, they can give people that reliance. Now, moving on to Sagittarius, right? Alright, moving on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius pulled the Loosen Your Grip card. This card right here, basically, how they're going to be bringing people into their star family and sort of bringing people into their ability to be multifaceted and actually show them how to multitask and have numerous skills, is one of their big lessons in life was to let go of their own spiritual awareness, to let go of their own ability to just think so highly of themselves and be a holy roller in a sense, right? They're showing everybody how to just go with the flow, and instead of just mentally experiencing all realms of reality, but actually to do it in your physical body, because that's where we live at the end of the day. And that's how they're going to link us up into having numerous skills to meet everyone in the zodiac wheel's star family and their soul family, so they can feel at home and be able to just soften up, right? Now Scorpios, you know how you Scorpios get down. You got the Seas of Mintaka. So the Seas of Mintaka is quite representative of what you guys do naturally, which is being down deep into the ocean, right? But this is a different ocean. This is the esoteric ocean. This is the ocean of understanding, overstanding, and experience in general. You feeling so deeply will basically keep everyone in the soul group on track. It'll keep everyone in the soul group on point. It'll keep everyone in the soul group together, vibrating, staying. You know what I'm saying? So this will keep everybody just knowing where they are, knowing what's going on, in the sense of you're a human, but you're also floating amongst the astral sea. And you feel that so deeply, no one will ever let it go, and you'll make sure it's known. And then as we move on to Libra, we got the Star Brothers card. So this Star Brothers card is, it's basically the epitome of the vibration of Libra in a nutshell. It's the Saturn and Libra energy, getting people together to work with you to create structure, right? These people will be the joiners, and these will be the ones that actually can join the star family, because they're going to be the ones that are kicking off, showing people how to move through this earth school, in a sense. Now moving on to the next section, we will have the mother's milk, the Archangel Raphael, the earth energy, and the big picture thinking. But how does each zodiac sign work within this vision? So, starting on Virgo, the people that are making sense out of things, it's quite ironic that they pulled the card of I Remember. I Remember is basically remembering your soul gifts, your soul path, your understanding, and actually showing you why people believe in all this spirit stuff to begin with. It's not nonsense. Just because we call it the mother's milk doesn't mean it's necessarily your mom. It's Mother Earth. This is the lesson that we're supposed to bring in this world, and we're supposed to be learning in this world. Remember what the right pillar is. It's Earth. Learning how to be learning how to be human in the world of humans, but not of it. This is what Virgos are going to help you make sense out of through the big picture thinking and actually seeing what's going on at the end of the day. Now Leos, they pulled a new Earth card. These are fixated, remember? The new Earth card is hold on, maintain your vision. And what do Leos do at the end of the day? They are fixed fire, being fixated on their own way of feeling and adding emotions to things. Well, not adding emotions, but seeing and feeling, which in a nutshell means is a fixed perspective. So they're holding on to the vision. They're holding on to what this mother's milk is telling them. They're holding on to what this astrological blood flow and esoteric fluid that flows in with all this information and experience of how the real world actually operates is moving into this realm. They know, being fixated on that vision, they know how to be in this world, not of it, and they can hold on to the big picture thinking and combine the energies of Cancer and Virgo to actually create this flow of information and maintain it through the world. Now, the Cancer card basically also applies to them quite interestingly, because it's forge, don't follow. Create your own path, learn how to follow it for yourself, because at the end of the day, do you want to follow someone else's path, or do you want to create one for your own? Cancers know this the best, because at the end of the day, they sort of are the most powerful sign according to numerology and vibrational standings, because they are cardinal water, initiating and creating new ways of feeling and adding emotion to things. Before you get an idea or a flow even goes through your perspective, you need a feeling, right? You need a feeling to get the idea. You need a feeling to get you started doing anything. You need a feeling to actually not like something. You need a feeling to react to it in any type of way, at least in this world. So this is why Cancers are the most powerful sign, and they're the ones actually creating the vision behind what we're experiencing. So they're the ones, not necessarily everything we're experiencing, but they're the ones creating the emotion that supports the perspective and the actual structure system to make sense out of what's about to flow into this realm. And what actually will bring us back to our soul group origins and remind us of, if you are a starseed, where you came from and what your message is and how you can improve the world for the collective. Now moving back to where we started in the Archangel Michael territory of Aries, Taurus, Gemini, or in this way that we're going it through, or this way that we're going through it as Gemini, Taurus, Aries, we have, what do we have for Aries? Let me see this shit. So for Gemini, we have your life as a canvas. We know that about Geminis. We knew that from the jump. Look at freaking Trump and Kanye and what they're doing and how they came together but are doing so many different things and apart, but exactly living a quite similar life. You know what I'm saying? They can do anything they want and anything they desire, regardless of how people feel about them. This is what you can learn from Geminis right now. Not to mention those two specifically, depending on how you feel about it, but, you know, trigger warning. So your life as a canvas, this speaks for itself, right? If their message and this section of the zodiac wheel's purpose is to create the path, build the roads, build the structure for everybody, and actually emit the light of what a new world could be, Geminis are perfect because they're mutable air. They're adaptable and changeable to different ways of thinking and communication. So basically, they're going to be guiding everyone through the void with much empathy because they know what it's like to have to create for yourself. They know what it's like to build a world from scratch. This is why what they're doing right now, and this is why they have the left-hand path of being subconsciously empathetic towards those that haven't been in the void before. But this is why they also know how to be in the realm of all possibilities to truly create a world from scratch. Now, this is what Gemini is doing, so creating the thoughts behind it, showing people how to think about it. They're going to leave it open. They're going to leave it, you know, the life is a canvas. This isn't their canvas. This is everyone's canvas. And they know that at the end of the day. Yes, some may come and actually use their own powers against it, but some may not. Now, let's move on to Taurus. Taurus got the Seven Sisters start. Since it isn't inverted, this isn't necessarily bad like it would be if it was inverted, because this would be a lot of higher vibrational confusion. But since Taurus is the ground, they are the ones that have the most ability to receive the most information on what's going on, since at the end of the day, Taurus is the master builder signs. They make the blueprints. They create the wheel. They didn't create the wheel, but you know what I mean. They are the ones that stand firm and vibrate on stable ground in order to let all these things happen. So if Aries is creating the vision and Gemini is tweaking everything that's going on, Taurus is the one actually out there building the roads and showing people the way from practical point A to point B to get to build the even framework for the whole zodiac wheel to do their thing. This is why all signs, all archangels, all sections of the wheel are very important to completing this 360 of experience, but you always have to have that first step. And Taurus is the ones that will be supporting everyone through this way. So Taurus is, be strong. This is why you are the ones tapping into your seventh dimensional awareness, your constellational awareness, your deep understanding of building experience in a nutshell. You are the ones who can join the empathy and the void, and you know which to use when. Now, let's get back to where we started in this world, but we had to start where other people did in the other world, aka going through Pisces around, because in the spirit world, Pisces was first, but in this world, it's Aries. So back to the beginnings, right? Beginnings always start where they end. So for this one, we have karmic relationships, right? So Aries, working through the vision, will have to learn how to relate its vision to other people without maintaining that it is its vision. They are the conduit. They're the ones who built these soul ties to actually see where the earth wanted to go. All these people, Aries moons, Aries suns, Aries ascendants, will be the ones that are the guiding light at the end of the day, as well as Mars and Aries. This is why we are experiencing this time with a lot of retrograde Mars during the 2020 election, because we have to see where we want to go. Is this really want to go? Is this really how we want to do it? What's the vision that we set out for? What's the actual motivation that we had way back when, right? So with this being the case for Aries, these are the ones deciding, these based off how this vision is created, because they're the ones in direct contact with the void, because they're the ones that have the light and have the direction. So being in direct contact with this void can be kind of tough, because the realm of all possibilities is both positive and negative. It's just the space itself. How do you want to fill it? So this is very key. Make sure your Aries aren't in too much aggression energy and more of that creativity energy, because they're the ones that will be sparking the end and sparking the beginning at the same time. So know what you're doing, and Aries, make sure you rely on your Taurus, Gemini, Pisces friends. Make sure you rely on all these people, because yes, the Pisces constellation technically has moved into the space of the first house where Aries created, so they sort of have that big man on the block, like they know what they're doing feeling. But remember, always have your spirit side and your ground on both sides of you at all times, because This karmic relationship can be good or bad, positive or negative. We don't know exactly which is going to be yet, but remember, when you have destruction, something will always be open to be built after the fact. So anyways, if you guys want to go deep on your own signs, or you want to go deep on your actual own experience as an individual zodiac sign, we have the full video actually on Patreon. So click our Patreon link in the description below, and peace.